Happy to be back live streaming. How's everyone doing? Remember to comment with where you are watching from, because I love reading them. I love seeing where in the world you are. And apologies for last week. Last week I was in London and I was performing a live show, so I couldn't make the live stream. But my goodness, was it good to be back on stage. San Francisco, Petaluma. One of my favorite, this is so dorky, one of my favorite podcasts to listen to, one of the main co-hosts is from Petaluma in California. So never been there, but fully feel like I know the place. So Oslo, Norway. Hello. Texas. Australia. Wow. Okay, so I thought I would start with some news. I have just sold out a show in Bristol at the Louisiana. Look, you can see yourself in the reflection of the guitar. There we go. You can see what I'm seeing. I've just sold out a show in my old hometown of Bristol in the UK, and I promised once I sold that out, I would launch another show. So I've launched another show, and you guys are actually the first to know, in Brighton, still in the UK, and I know many of you are not in the UK, so I'm sorry. But we're slowly learning. We're slowly learning how to book these shows, how to get them in the diary. Now that everything is just sort of eased up and everything's just a little bit more relaxed, and we're just able to get performing, because last week was really, really special with the other favourites and Reina del Cid, and yeah, being with those amazing musicians on stage was just an absolute honour. Thomas, first super chat of the day. Recorded my first demo, hugely inspired by you and other YouTube singer-songwriters. Thanks so much. Oh my God, Thomas, congratulations. Thank you very, very much for telling me. That's awesome. We have a Chicago in. Hi Mary, greetings from Chicago. Will you be coming to perform in the Windy City in the future? Love what you do. Keep up the good work. Sean. I don't want to promise anything just yet, but things are in the works. But it's going to be a long time. This is the problem with visas in getting over from the UK to the USA. It's just complicated. And I'm just deciding how to go about it. But I have advice on the way. So I don't know when I'm going to be back in Chicago next. I really want to see my pal Rob Scallon. And yeah, I just want to be back in the city. But possibly not when it snows. I've been in that snow before, and that was some serious cold weather. David, hello from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm, again, trying not to reveal too much until things happen. I always like to have things sorted, but I might be in Atlanta soon. But it will be a very, very brief visit. I do have these ideas for doing meetups and everything, but it gets pretty tricky. I'm scared of promising anything until I have a little bit more time in each place. Richard, I'm in Eastbourne, so let me know when you're Brighton. So it's there's a link in the description for the Brighton show if you want to be one of the first people to get tickets. So Richard, you can be one of them if you'd like. I'm playing at Comedia in the studio, and I've played there before. I played there supporting Ariel Posen a few years back, and so I really like the room. It will be intimate. I think it's 150 people maximum. And a great way to start the new year because it will be January 12th. January 12th in Brighton in the UK. Now we've got that show booked. I'm looking at other venues and other locations. But I'm doing it all myself. So it's going to be as and when and how I can handle it. But it's great that, you know, the first show I booked as part of this whole new experiment in Bristol, 31st of October, has already sold out. So that is mad. It's amazing. Play that Hofner on the wall. There isn't a Hofner on the wall, is there? I'm just suddenly looking around being like, there is a Hofner in the studio, but it's not available to me right now. Okay, so ask me some questions. Let's do an AMA. And Jan, thank you. Loved your video story this weekend. Very creative filmmaking. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed making that video. It was on my mind all week and it just came together so well. So I'm very, very happy with it. But now I know I just now I just need to do it again. Learning to be proficient on Ableton because of you. Thank you, Ralph. Thanks for letting me know. Agree, that video is great. Thank you. Thank you. My goodness, it's had a fair amount of views. I'm going to play a song while I get some more questions from you all. And I need to just keep up with my practice because I've been doing so well. And last week it was so great to be on stage again. And I only did about a 20-minute set, and then I joined Josh, Raina, Carlson, and Tony for a encore at the end. But it was so good. And having 2 nights in London was pretty magical. So I've been practicing this song. Actually, I wonder if I'll be able to remember. Let's see. Practicing on camera, you know, that's how I like to do it. Okay. This is just such a fun song. I've been practicing it, but it's very, very new. And I actually did the first performance on a live stream, so start as I mean to go on and continue to put myself under pressure. No pressure, just performing live songs on camera. Spoon, HOA, hello, I'm from New Hampshire. I've been watching you for months now. Just want to say you make a lot of our days better after work, so keep it up. Thank you. Well, you guys make my life a lot better. Just having you and being able to chat with you, and whether it's just a small part of your day and you being able to watch a video, it just means the world, because I'm a big fan of YouTube and I'm a big fan of other YouTubers in all domains, and I know how much it's helped me get through my days. So if I can return the favour, then that's the least I can do. So thank you very much, Spoon. Okay, let's do the song. This is called Transatlantic. And actually, I will be flying transatlantically. Transatlantically. It's a bit of a mouthful. Ian, I don't want to miss your super chat. Thank you so much. Any recs for learning how to sing as a beginner? It's hard for me to not sound like just slow, loud talking. So, I would say just a little tip, and then I'll think on it while I'm performing the song and try and give you some more tips. I would say sing along to your favourite records, but don't just like sing along, not listening. Really listen to maybe someone who is a little bit familiar to you. Obviously, you don't want to copy someone, but hearing someone, you know, whether it's a male singer-songwriter, if that's kind of the genre you're going for, or if it's a rock musician or heavy metal musician, whatever genre you're going for, really study their voices and just listen to how they're delivering things. And just that's the first thing. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna bookmark this so that I can come back to it. Okay, but firstly, I'm gonna warm up in a song for you. Might help if I was in the right tuning. And for those asking, I'm detuning the A string down to a G. Let's get the guitar a little bit more in shot. Okay. I heard you like a British accent. Girlfriend applications open. Oh, you wanna start a podcast? We could talk about our horoscopes, 'cause I have never ever worked this hard. Now I want an excuse, something to blame for all the wrong girls. Is this something I can use? Pisces and Cancer are a great match. I mean, I looked it up on Google. Love, life, sex, hitting over 80%. Will this lead me to you? 'Cause I have taken my time, healed and grown. Now I want an excuse, something to write, but this time in love. Is it the same for you? The same for you? So come on over, baby, come on over, darling. Transatlantic, this might be something. See you in Atlanta, see you on tour. I'll be in LA in full. I would fly to you, I would make the effort, but I know there's competition. How to set myself apart to win over your heart. Let's become creative partners, on stage or at home in the kitchen. I could see you as my muse, a constant source of inspiration. I have never ever worked this hard. Oh, I see it in you. Shoot for the moon and land in the stars. Oh, I wanna dance with you, dance with you. So come on over, baby, come on over, darling. Transatlantic, this might be something. See you in Atlanta, see you on tour. I'll be in LA in full. I would fly to you, I will make the effort, but I know there's competition. How to set myself apart to win over your heart. I don't know if you can do it again. Open your heart to see where it ends. With each choice has a consequence. Let's travel time zones with confidence. I don't know if I can do it again. Open my heart to see where it ends. With each choice has a consequence. Let's travel time zones with confidence. So come on over, baby, come on over, darling, transatlantic. This might be something. See you in Atlanta, see you on tour. I'll be in LA in fall. I would fly to you, I will make the effort, but I know there's competition. How to set myself apart. Come on over, baby, come on over, darling, transatlantic. This might be something. See you in Atlanta, see you on tour. I'll be in LA in fall. I would fly to you, I will make the effort, but I know there's competition. How to set myself apart and win over your heart. Right, let me catch up. Okay, so back to Ian. Other things with singing is you just really want to be careful, because you want to be using much more of your sort of diaphragm, stomach area than up here in your throat. So one of the things I always like to just make people aware of, because I'm not a singing teacher, but I've had a hell of a lot of training over my years, is you just don't want to be singing from your nose or your throat. So actually, if you can just sing some la's to yourself and pinch your nose, and if you're going la 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 la, and I'm doing an extreme version. If you're hearing anything coming from your nose, then you're just singing from up here, which isn't the way you want to sing, and to protect everything from getting nodules or damaging your throat or whatever. So you want to sing much more like la 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 instead of da 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 da. And one of the things you might notice is that actually when you're speaking and you're just doing a talking voice, you might be a little bit more nasal than you even realise. Like you can hear the... This is funny, me doing this on a live stream to 500 people. But with your talking voice is a lot more here, but your singing voice wants to be a lot more from your diaphragm, and it needs a lot of support. So there we go. There's a little tip and trick. So if you identify where you're singing from, that's when you can move forward. Because you want to learn to sing much more from your diaphragm. There we go. Over and out on that. You're welcome. I need to do a singing video sometime soon. I've been promising it for 5 years, I think. So, you know me. Tom Atwell. Hi, Mary. Do you ever play in open tunings? I have a wonderful one for you. C, G, C, G, B, C. It's heavenly. Now, I'm not going to put you through... me retuning. One of the reasons I don't often go down to a C, other than when I'm pretending to play Neon by John Mayer, and I always drop the E string down to a C, is just my vocal range. My vocal range, if I start writing in that kind of tuning, it just doesn't work very well. So actually E standard, and then, mucking around with keeping the bass notes. Because like my two favourite tunings are E, G, D, G, B, E. And then another one I love is E, A, E, G sharp, B, E. So if you're intrigued by those tunings, then it's all in the Fingerstyle course, of which it's the last few hours of the Earlybird Pricing. So check it out in the link in the description if you want to sign up to my Fingerstyle course, because it will go up to, it's at $79 right now, and then it will go up to $149, because it's 4 hours of content, and it's 10 original songs and 10 exquisitely tabbed songs. So it's a lot of work and a lifetime of songwriting. But anyway, okay. Guillermo, hello from Barcelona. I feel like I completely underpaid for the entertainment value I got from last week's show, so here you go. Awkward question, did you make it through both shows without drinking? Proof of sweat. That's not an awkward question. Yeah, I'm not sure how many of you know. It's not really a big deal, but I gave up drinking on the 1st of August, and it's now 4th of October. So I've made it through 2 months. I wasn't even tempted to drink actually at the shows. I've never really been a fan of drinking on stage or anything like that. I get superstitious about my voice, and from growing up doing concerts in classical music, alcohol was big no. So I never want to put pressure on or dry anything out. And then after the show, I just had great endorphin levels, so I didn't need to drink. Had a few non-alcoholic beers to go wild, you know. But yeah, Guillermo, I'm so happy you made it to Barcelona, and thank you for coming to London. It was such a great show, and thank you for the pictures as well. I really, really appreciate that. Tomo Guitar, awesome performance. Any quick tips on turning a 20-second idea into a song? I'm asking a lot, I know. Turning a 20-second idea into a song. Now, which part of the idea? In terms of 20-second ideas, all I'm thinking is that I had... I'll just use my own songs as examples. One thing I had for ages was Primrose. So that was the idea. And then I just took what the bass notes were, turned that into a verse. So you have the intro, which was the idea that was long-standing. Turn it into a verse by just using the same chords that were underneath the riff. And then using that all as a foundation to then lead into the next song. So it goes from A up to B, C, D. And then the chorus, again, I feel like within the 20-second idea, you kind of have the answers for everything else. You just might need to, I guess, like invert the chords. Not technically a chord inversion, but if I start with E and then I'm C, A, and then I start with A onto the next thing, and then go back to A, but with a slightly different structure, chord pattern even. Anyway, there we go, Tomo. I'm not sure if that really helped, but take your idea, see what chords you already have in it, and then mess around with them, jumble them up, go wild. And then just, then all you have to do is get a verse and a chorus. If you already have the intro, you get a verse, a chorus, and then you just repeat that and repeat that. And then maybe just change the melody or lyrics for the middle 8, and then repeat the chorus again, and voila, you have a song. Easy. My goodness, there are so many to catch up on. Let me just make sure I haven't missed any. Colin, I appreciate your eye for video composition and production too. Any tips on helping make a music video more engaging? Ooh, I love the art form of a music video. I love it so much. I think in terms of getting into filmmaking, before you ever have to worry about audio, making a music video is just the best way to practice camera work. And it's how I started when I was 15, and I did a song called She, and me and my friend, we were just mucking around with camcorders, and then we started getting like the production value. The cameras stayed the same. They stayed as these sort of like home movie camcorders with tapes where you had to download the tape. Nothing was pure digital yet, and yet the production value got really good, and we got friends involved, and like lighting and costumes and stuff like that. So I would say with music videos, it's such a short amount of time. If you do something a little bit too choppy and it doesn't fit the song, it can be a bit sort of distracting. I would say, I don't know, this is kind of weird, but I just watched the music video for the new Polyphia and Steve Vai Steve Vai features on the new Polyphia song, and my goodness, the music video. It's very high budget. It is high budget, but it's very clean. It's actually very simple, but it's beautifully engaging. And there are little things about it that I just really, really appreciated, let alone the music being really good. I was even going to film a reaction at one point, and then I thought against it. I was like, who cares what I think about Polyphia? Everyone knows they're amazing. But that music video, oh, my goodness. I mean, the cameras they're using are really, really beautiful and too expensive. But if you just watch and study that and see how they've mixed things up, there's a lot you can do with your phone, and you don't have to worry about the audio quality. And I'd actually say the best thing about being a musician and going into the studio and recording a song is that if you were just a videographer and you were having to worry about audio in a short film, if the audio is terrible, no matter how good a quality your video is, it will still be ruined by the audio. The audio ruins everything. Like if you really spend all your money on the actual quality of the camera and don't think about the audio, then you're in a really tricky position. Whereas if you spend all your money on the audio and you use your phone, or you use your tape camcorder, or you use a potato, whatever, it'll still come across like a piece of art. And people are much more forgiving about what's going on the eye than they are what's happening in their ears. So if something's bad quality audio-wise, then people aren't quite as forgiving. I really hope my Wi-Fi didn't drop out there. It was giving me a little warning sign. Can someone comment just to let me know that I'm still live? Edward, would you recommend buying a microphone to make Instagram videos then? Now, it depends. Because I will say, if you're making phone videos, then keep it. And if you're making social media content, that's a different thing. If you're just talking to camera, then just use your phone, because the microphone, this is not the latest iPhone anymore, because they've already launched another one. But the quality on iPhones is amazing, and other phones as well. Same year or whatever. But with social media content, the aim of the game is to have quantity, and people love seeing things that are informal and that they could film themselves. Now with a music video, they probably don't want the same thing, so it's kind of a different art form, so you have to just be aware of that. However, I sometimes use a microphone for social media content, and then I usually just change my mind and end up using my phone. Hello, Michael. You've had a name change. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate the name change. What do you think you'll be doing in your 40s and 50s after the limelight fades? I think you'd make an excellent music teacher or music co-executive. Your thoughts? I think I will be still in the business, and maybe people might not want to watch me as much. I don't know. But hopefully I'll just... who's in their 40s who I admire? It's funny, because 40 isn't even that long away, and I don't think I'm even that old at 40 or at 50. I still feel like that is young enough to be creating, and it's like Brandi Carlisle's in her early 40s, isn't she? And I feel like she's only just started. So I think I've got another 10 years before I have to really worry about that. But I guess it's just be entrepreneurial, learn business, keep working on my craft in all the avenues, presenter, voiceover, all the different skill sets. And then, business, people are always going to need business acumen. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anything. It's so nice to have so many of you on here. Thank you so much for joining. Just back to, before Colin, I just want to say, in regards to music videos, one of the things I'd say is tell a story within it. If you really want to make something engaging, Yeah, tell a story within it, storyboard it, really get specific about what you want, and then just go shoot it. Doesn't matter how you shoot it, but if you have a really good story and you've got good quality audio because it's a music video, it's got the song already produced, then yeah, it's a lot of fun, and you'll come up with something good. Graham, really happy to have recently discovered your channel. What's your favourite post-performance meal? Oof. I mean, last week I was so nervous. I will say I was, the first night I had the terrifying type of nerves. And it was just because it had been 3 years. 3 years since I'd been properly on stage at a proper show with lighting and sound and all that sort of stuff. And I just remember that rush. But it only started being good as soon as I got on stage. And then afterwards, I don't think I ate anything afterwards. I don't think I can really eat before or after. And also, because I'm not drinking at the moment, it's funny, this is so off topic, but because I'm not drinking, it's a lot easier to not have to like worry about, avoiding the hangover the next morning by having to eat something. It's just like a lot, it's just a lot better that I'm not drinking anymore. It feels good and healthy and stops me making those kebab decisions late at night, which is just a terrible idea and does not work out well for me. Okay, have I missed any more? I really hope. Let me scan through again. Okay, so Graham, there we go. That's my favourite post-performance meal. I don't really have one. That's really bad. A non-alcoholic beer. There we go. That's very boring, isn't it? Vinny, I finally get to say hello. Hello, thanks for the great videos. Thank you, Vinny. I appreciate that. I appreciate you super chatting me. Okay, someone's saying you can't hold a guitar and not play a song, so I guess I'll get back to another song. I need to practice this one because I haven't played it in a while, but it's going to make the album, so. This one is called I'll Stay Quiet, over and over. I know you're peaceful, doing what you want, taking in your own space, your breathing is calm. I couldn't get there, trapped in my head, living but not alive. You awaken me to it. Now I want to tell you over and over, I'm a new person over and over, but you won't want to hear me over and over, so I'll stay quiet. Now I wanna wanna tell you over and over, I'm a new person over and over. You wanna hear me over and over, so I'll stay quiet. So I'll stay quiet. So I'll stay quiet. So I'll stay quiet. I had your attention, I wanted to help, but a ghost can't hear wise words. No hope for enlightenment. Why would you bear it? I saw you move on, didn't understand, spiraled further down when damage was done. Now I want to tell you over and over, I'm a new person over and over, but you won't want to hear me over and over, so I'll stay quiet. But now I want to tell you over and over, I'm a new person over and over, but you won't want to hear me over and over, so I'll stay quiet. But I'll stay quiet, I know we'll never talk, but I'll stay quiet, pain was no friend, so I'll stay quiet, found my true colors, so I'll stay quiet, some life making amends, I know we'll never talk, but I'll stay quiet, pain was no friend, but I'll stay quiet, found my true colors, spend my life making amends. Now I want to tell you over and over, I'm a new person over and over, but you won't want to hear me over and over, so I'll stay. Now I want to tell you over and over, I'm a new person over and over, you won't want to hear me over and over, so I'll stay quiet, so I'll stay quiet. But I'll stay quiet, but I'll stay quiet. Ooh, that is good to play again. I know we'll never talk. Nope. That song. When did I write that? I wrote that last summer. Maybe August? Yeah. Yep. LJ, wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Vinny. Oh, that's so kind of you. Great song, thanks for sharing. Oh, thanks, Vinny D Music. Should people go and check you out? It looks like you're a singer-songwriter too. People should go and check out Vinny D Music, but after my live stream. I think I've seen you in one of the 007 movies, Marie. Can we have just one first live of Sultans of Swing? No. No, we got that one down. I think people asked for it last week and we were like, you can't do that live on stage. That's too nerve-wracking. It's too nerve-wracking. Bill Blair, looking forward to seeing you at the Louisiana on the 31st. I'm looking forward to seeing you too, Bill. Yay. That's amazing. Eric, Mary, do you typically perform with a backing band on stage or strictly solo? The support show last week was solo. It's just so much easier being a solo support act. Less to set up, and also actually Rochelle aka Reina Del Cid, and I are like the perfect microphone sharing duo ever, because she likes it a little bit below and I like it a little bit above, and so I just borrowed, and we didn't have to move anything, and so yeah, it was great. And then I just had a separate DI, and yeah, I like things being really functional. I think one of the things that I've learnt from many, oh wow, John, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. That's really kind of you. One of the things I've learned about live shows is that basically, and I'm taking this experience and applying it to my own shows where I'm booking the venues out and having my own ticket links and being my own promoter, basically. And that's why there's sporadic dates at the moment. I've learned that basically when the curfew is set, you kind of have to work back from there. So sound checks are always a nightmare, and they're always stressful. So if, say, at the Louisiana, just using that as an example, my idea for the show is, because doors open at 7:30, the show begins at 8. But then the curfew is like 10:30. So actually 2.5 hours of time isn't really enough time for anything other than, because I want to meet people as well. Like, I selfishly want to say hi to the people that have paid to come and see my show. And I want to take pictures, and I just want to like be socializing, kind of, especially after the last few years of not being able to. So I've kind of like backtracked. I'm allowing an hour to actually for people to join me in the bar. And that means that there's an hour and a half for a show. So the show begins at 8, we finish at 9:30. So that's an hour and a half of people being in a hot, sweaty room, because the Louisiana is a hot, sweaty room, and I know it, and it's completely sold out, so it will be packed. And then we'll be able to have a breath of fresh air, go down to the bar, and I know this venue like the back of my hand, obviously, because I've played there numerous times. And then we all get to hang out, and people get to sort of breathe and talk. So instead of having a support act and then it being rushed, and then even me having like a full band on stage or anything like that and having all that worry, I'm just trying to keep things as chill as possible, because the more relaxed I am, then the more relaxed I am on stage, which means the audience are far more relaxed. So at the moment, it's a solo show. I've asked a friend to come and join me, but we'll see whether schedules align. So, my goodness, plenty of super chats. Thank you so much. You guys are so kind. Every little bit helps. So yeah, thank you. Actually, talking of every little bit helps. Courses, the latest Fingerstyle course, it's the Earlybird Pricing of $79 is ending today at my midnight, which is in an hour and a half. So if you want to go and check it out, then jump on board the Earlybird Pricing, because others will go up to $149, because it's 4 hours of content, and it's a massive course, and it's basically all my secrets about my songs and how I play them. And I do really appreciate some of the testimonials that are coming out of it, where someone said it's harder than it looks. So I appreciate that. I'm glad that I make my songs look easy. That means that I've practiced them. So that's the one thing I want to say. Then if anyone is in Brighton, UK, January 12th, I'm playing a show. I could really do with your help with selling it out. There are 150 tickets. It's in the studio bar at Comedia. Comedia are putting it up on their site tomorrow, so technically we're still ahead of that, but there's a Skiddle ticket link in the link below, in the description below. So it would be amazing if I have this idea that I'll book these shows myself, and I'll put on these amazing shows all around the world, hopefully eventually, but each one of them will sell out, and then the next time I come back to the city, it'll be a slightly bigger venue, and then we'll sell it out again, and it will just be like our little secret, and then we'll just like keep on growing. Okay, there are so many. Ditto. Mary, loved your last song. Amazing. From Minneapolis. Wow. You should play here sometime. I'd love to. I have a few friends in Minneapolis. Dear someone. Sorry I'm late. Been right here waiting. Oh dear. I'm sorry if you missed however the notifications work on YouTube. But thanks, dear someone. CK, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Colin, again. Thanks, Mary. I try to storyboard my videos. They're working alone. They can be a bit static, so I rely on a lot of B-roll clips. As someone who also works alone often, yeah, I'd film yourself if you're also. I can see from your profile picture that you're also playing guitar. Really film like I want to be. I don't want to over exaggerate. Maybe like 5 different angles of yourself, and it can be static. And actually, it's probably better that it's static because then it avoids any shaky camera. But do front facing, and then do 2 angles either side. Maybe all 3 angles can be full body, and then you can do this with a single camera. This is what I have done for many years. And then put the camera up close and like put it from the bridge upwards because that's a cool shot, and then put it from the neck downwards because that's another cool shot, and then just play your song over and over again. Try and like make sure that your hair is the same. It's probably a bit different for people who have short hair because I have long hair and the continuity can be broken quite quickly. But yeah, and then you can do B-roll clips of something else. But if you want performance, then you've got 5 angles right there. And then you can just like multicam them in Final Cut Pro or whatever you're using. And then you can like cut between them. So you can do loads of different angles, and then providing you've got the audio on your camera so that you can play the song over and over and over again, it will then pick it up and then it will just help you. Okay. St. Lawrence's Church, Chorley. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm assuming that's in England. Am I correct in thinking St. Lawrence's Church in Chorley is in England? Forgive me if it's not, but thank you very much. Another super chat from CK. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My goodness. Jay Brugman. Thank you very much for the super chat. My goodness. 575 people watching. Oh, great. You emailed me a remix. I did a Back on Land if you want folks to give a listen. It's not finished yet, but still sounds great. Well, that's pretty cool. I will check out my inbox. Thanks, Justin. CK again? You are amazing. Thank you so much. Michael, thank you again for the super chat, and thank you again for changing your username so it's easier to read out. Have you picked what song you're going to sing with Rihanna at this year's Super Bowl halftime show? How did I not know that Rihanna was doing the Super Bowl halftime show? How have I missed that news? That's awesome. Do you know what? I have a friend my friend Ben, who sold me my first guitar, and he was always really into like rock music and all this sort of stuff. And he revealed to me, I think I was about 18 or 19 or 20 or whatever, we sort of reconnected and we were talking, and he was like, oh, I recently went to a Rihanna live show, like in an arena in England and everything. And I was like, oh, why would you go to that? And he was like, it was the best gig I've ever been to, ever. And he was like, he's got great taste in music, and yet he was like, you know, because it's surprising for someone like that to like Rihanna, but I'm not ashamed of loving pop music, and I think I listen to more pop music than I do anything else. You're most welcome in Finland, Helsinki. You would go perfectly in one of the theatres here. 1 ticket would be at least sold already. Thank you, Jürgen. God, I would love to play there. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. My goodness. Ditto. Mary, have you ever played the Royal Albert Hall? I have not played the Royal Albert Hall. I would Oh my God. Before Wembley Stadium. Let's go. What is the capacity of Royal Albert Hall? Is it 10,000? Is it less? Wait, we need to see whether or not this is possible. Shall I just book it out now, guys? For maybe 2025? Should we aim there? Yeah, it can seat 5,272. Okay. Well, possibly not at that level just yet. I'm currently selling out venues that are just over 100. So we have a bit further of a way to go. However, that is 1%, less than 1% of my YouTube subscribership. So technically, is my maths right? Yeah. I'm literally having to use a calculator. Let's see how many times I can fit. Okay, so I could do 120 nights at the Royal Albert Hall if every single one of my subscribers bought one ticket for one of the 120 nights. Should we do it? Should we go for it? Shall I book the venue right now? 120 nights? I don't think even BB King could do that. I mean, I know he's dead now, but I mean, you know, before he passed. Who could do that? Would Eric Clapton do that? No, BB King could do that. Wow. Okay. I guess the Proms is what? Is that over a month or is it 2 months? Is it all summer? I guess that's a different show every night though. It doesn't quite count. Anyway, let's plot a plan to sell out the Royal Albert Hall. Maybe that should be the first. That should be the first grandiose goal of many that I have. Robert Smith. Good name, Robert. Love your music. Thank you. I love your dog. I'm getting all over excited about the Royal Albert Hall, and that's not even a thing. Asley, thank you very, very much. Great profile picture. Very professionally shot. Don Owen, we can't make it to the UK for a show, so here's a little something for your virtual tip jar. Thank you. Thank you, Don. Right, shall I do another song? Russ Vanderbilt. Guaranteed if BB King came back from the dead, he would sell out 120 nights. You're right. If he did come back from the dead, he would sell out 120 nights. Okay. What am I saying? I should probably wrap up soon. I'm probably in dangerous territory. Okay. There's a party going on outside. Okay. Maybe I should sing one more song and then we will call it a night because I've got some filming to do tonight. So I need to practice this song. Okay. This one is One to the West Coast. I heard she's moving to LA. Wasn't nothing that you could do to make her stay. There's one to the West Coast, one to the UK. You already ran from New York City. Did the lake help you escape? It's a good thing you went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. At least least I can rebuild me now. Do you see shadows of me? Riding the brown line, drinking in Harpley. Shower beers and Thai food just make me feel lonely. You passed out on the couch, Parks and Rec on TV. It's a good thing you went to bed. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. At least I can rebuild me now. A chance encounter on the lakeshore trail was all it took. One look and you were shook. How could you leave me in this city when we're so nearby? All these tears I hate to cry. You've heard I'm moving to LA. Wasn't nothing that you could do to make me stay. It's a good thing you went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. It's a good thing you went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. At least I can rebuild. At least I can rebuild. At least I can rebuild me now. Oh, guys. I will love you and leave you. Ooh. Robert Smith, thank you very much for that super chat. Let me just double check. Ian Kinzel. That song changes the way I look at Thai food now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love Thai food. Anyway, One to the West Coast is very much a true story. So for all those Chicago people out there, the Brown Line. God, I love that town. Thank you, Don. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It's been my pleasure. And the next 2 weeks I am traveling, so we might have to put Tuesday Talks on a hiatus because I don't know about Wi-Fi speeds where I'm going. And I might actually be able to do it. I think I might be able to live stream from somewhere, but it will just again be off my laptop, and I'm not entirely sure I'll have a guitar available. But we'll try. We'll try. But yeah, just in case. If I don't turn up, don't worry. I'm just traveling and the Wi-Fi speed will not be good enough. But I think I might be able to come up with a little idea. Or I could just live stream from my phone. That too. I saw Rick and Tim do that a while back and loved every second of the live stream. So okie dokie. Check out the description, please. It would be amazing. If you want to get the Fingerstyle course, then it's the last few hours of the Earlybird Pricing before it literally almost goes double the price. Martin, thank you very much. What a great way to end. And Brightoners, Brighton, UK. If you live in Brighton, in the UK, where I just was, I was back home. I am playing a show in January 12th. So check out that link too, because it would be great to start the new year with a sold out show. There's 150 tickets. Actually, there are 140 tickets for sale there. And yeah, okay, over and out. This live stream, oh, we've just hit an hour, so perfect timing. I will see you guys all very, very soon, and have a wonderful week.